There is a sacred truth that often goes unspoken, yet holds the key to transforming every corner of your life. When you love yourself enough, the universe truly opens every door. We often search for opportunities and answers in the outside world, hoping that someone else or some external force will spark the change we crave. But the real magic happens when you turn inward, when you acknowledge your worth, embrace every aspect of your being, and cultivate a nurturing relationship with yourself. From that place of deep self-appreciation, you become aligned with endless possibilities. Suddenly, you're no longer waiting for a miracle. You become the miracle. This video will explore the gentle yet powerful steps that guide you closer to unconditional self-love. We'll dive into simple but life-changing practices, embracing self-acceptance, crafting daily affirmations, practicing mirror work, releasing the weights of guilt and resentment through forgiveness, and awakening a profound sense of gratitude. Each technique carries its own luminous energy, designed to nourish your heart, mind, and spirit. You might have seen trendy online discussions about self-care journaling, or the recent popularity of daily affirmation challenges. These aren't passing fads. They highlight a growing cultural understanding that true change starts from within. Every single practice we'll share is rooted in compassion. Here you'll discover that it's not about striving to be perfect. Instead, it's about finding harmony in who you already are. It's about releasing the distorted beliefs that hold you back and creating space for the kindness you naturally deserve. And when you make space for kindness toward yourself, your history, and your dreams, you become a magnet for all that uplifts and enriches your life. So consider this your invitation to go deeper. Whether you're here because you're curious about how affirmations can spark real change, or you're searching for a gentle path to forgiveness after a challenging experience, rest assured that you are in the right place. Your life is a masterpiece in the making, and every stroke of self-love adds brilliance to the final canvas. You hold the power to shift old patterns, to step boldly into new beginnings, and to beckon the universe to open doors you once thought locked. Indeed, you can experience change in your emotional well-being, your physical health, and even your relationships, simply by nurturing a genuine sense of care for yourself. Keep your heart open as you watch on. We'll explore each concept with warmth and detail, ensuring that you have the tools to embrace and maintain your magnificent relationship with yourself. By the end of our journey together, you'll not only see how loving yourself enough can shift your perspective, but you'll also feel the transformative ripple effect in every corner of your life. Let these words be a soft whisper reminding you, you are worthy, you are enough. And the moment you embody that truth, the universe will meet you with open arms. No matter where you stand in your life right now, cultivating self-acceptance is the heart that pumps life into every other practice we'll explore. It's the gentle bedrock upon which you build your confidence, your capacity for compassion, and your understanding of your place in this world. Self-acceptance doesn't mean you've decided never to grow or improve. Rather, it's a soft acknowledgement that you're doing the best you can at this moment. And from that comforting acceptance, real growth naturally unfolds. We live in a world where harsh comparisons can drain our energy and distort how we see ourselves. Recent self-care trends, such as journaling challenges and supportive online forums, are rising in popularity, precisely because so many people are hungry for a break from judgment, both external and internal. These communal practices remind us that we don't need to hustle for our worthiness or morph ourselves into someone else's idea of perfection. Instead, we learn to rest in the truth that we are enough as we are, right this minute. Perhaps you've heard the phrase, "You can't hate yourself into a better life." This simple statement carries a powerful message. Criticizing yourself, whether it's your appearance, your past mistakes, or your perceived shortcomings, only amplifies feelings of lack. On the other hand, acknowledging that you're a loving, evolving being paves the way for serenity. From serenity, creativity blooms. From serenity, inspired action flows. And from serenity, you begin to magnetize experiences and relationships that align with the purest version of you. One practice you can start today to deepen your self-acceptance is to speak to yourself as though you were speaking to a dear friend. When you catch your reflection in the mirror or sense a difficult emotion rising, pause. Place a gentle hand over your heart and say something like, "I choose to accept myself exactly as I am." Notice what shifts inside when you say these words earnestly. It might feel awkward at first, especially if you've spent years criticizing or doubting yourself. But with patience and repeated acts of kindness, this simple affirmation can melt layers of self-rejection you never realized you were carrying. Another tip is to create a list of your positive qualities, traits that make you uniquely you. It could be your kindness, your resilience, your sense of humor, or your love for animals. Write them down. Let this list be a tangible reminder that there's so much more to you than any flaw or regret. Revisit it whenever doubts creep in, reinforcing your commitment to loving yourself through every phase of life. Remember, self-acceptance is not about complacency. It's about respect for your own journey. By embracing who you are, scars, quirks, and all, you lay the groundwork for profound transformation. When you accept yourself, you align with the deeper currents of life that carry you closer to all that's meant for you. In that alignment, you discover the quiet truth. You've always been worthy of love, especially from yourself. If self-acceptance is the fertile soil for your well-being, then daily affirmations are the seeds that gently bloom into vibrant inner change. Affirmations work like a bridge between your conscious intentions and your subconscious beliefs. Repeated with sincerity, they can gradually replace the limiting stories you've told yourself. Stories like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never find true happiness." Over time, these carefully chosen statements begin to color your inner dialogue with compassion and faith in your own potential. Lately, the online world has been abuzz with daily affirmation challenges. From social media groups sharing personal affirmations each morning to phone apps that ping reminders of uplifting phrases, the goal is the same: to help you retrain the natural flow of your thoughts. Our minds, if left unchecked, often default to negativity, criticizing our choices or anticipating the worst. By leaning on affirmative statements, you essentially reset that default to a more supportive place. When you start using affirmations, the key is emotional resonance. It's not enough to mechanically recite a positive phrase if inside you're doubting every syllable. Choose words that feel genuine and that spark a gentle warmth in your heart. For example, instead of saying, "I am perfect in every way," try something more soothing, like, I am learning to honor my worth more each day. This way, you're making a statement that your heart can truly open up to, which in turn helps it take root in your subconscious. You might wonder how the simple act of repeating phrases can produce tangible results. Think of your brain as a magnificent supercomputer, continually rewiring based on your repeated inputs. If you frequently focus on your fears, you train your mind to see the world through the lens of danger or scarcity. Alternatively, if you direct your thoughts toward reassurance and hope, you reprogram that same mind to notice opportunities for growth and to respond to stress with more resilience. In essence, your affirmations guide you in sculpting a more harmonious mental landscape. Here's a small exercise you can try. Pick one affirmation that resonates deeply, such as, "I am worthy of love and respect." Say it aloud first thing in the morning, while gently breathing in and out. Close your eyes. Picture yourself in a calming setting, maybe a garden, a peaceful beach, or somewhere that feels comforting, and visualize this statement blooming around you like radiant light. This level of engagement, physical, emotional, and visual, supercharges the effect of affirmations. Over time, you'll begin to sense subtle shifts in how you perceive yourself and respond to challenges. As you incorporate these daily affirmations into your routine, remember to be patient with your progress. Transformations rooted in self-love can feel slow and subtle at first. Yet every kind word you plant in your mind stands a chance to blossom into a life marked by gentleness, courage, and an unbreakable bond with your truest self. With consistent practice, you'll discover the profound magic of daily affirmations, a renewed sense of empowerment that illuminates your entire world. Imagine standing in front of a mirror, gazing softly into your own eyes, and realizing there's a wellspring of compassion looking back. Mirror work can be one of the most challenging yet liberating rituals to adopt, precisely because it invites you to confront yourself without any filters. It's just you, your reflection, and the tender words you choose to say. While this practice can feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're not used to speaking kindly to yourself, its rewards are immense. To begin mirror work, find a quiet space where you can stand or sit before a mirror. Look yourself in the eyes. Pause. Breathe. It's normal to feel uneasy or even silly initially, but that discomfort often stems from years of ignoring your own emotional needs. Gently speak words of reassurance and love, much like you would comfort a friend who's in pain. Say something like, "I see you and I honor your journey," or "I'm here for you no matter what." At first, these statements might feel foreign or forced. Over time, your subconscious mind will start to believe them, making self-compassion a natural response rather than a forced one. Why does mirror work have such a potent effect on your emotional well-being? It's because it bridges the gap between self-perception and self-reality. Sometimes we become so distant from ourselves that we lose track of who we really are behind the roles and responsibilities we juggle. By looking directly into your own eyes, you invite a level of intimacy with yourself that dismantles the walls of self-doubt. Bit by bit, you begin to replace self-judgment with empathy, which in turn sets the stage for deeper healing in other areas of your life. Many find that mirror work reveals hidden feelings of unworthiness or unresolved pain. This revelation is a gift, even if it's initially uncomfortable. Once such feelings come to the surface, you can acknowledge them with tenderness. You might even find yourself speaking softly to your reflection. saying, "I'm sorry for ignoring you," or "I promise to take better care of you." These words, spoken aloud while looking yourself in the eye, can uproot old emotional baggage that has long weighed you down. To keep momentum, commit to just a few minutes of mirror work every day. Some days, you might feel immediate relief, as though you've poured kindness back into an empty cup. Other days might bring tears and a sense of resistance. Know that this is all part of the healing process. Just as a wound needs time to close and form new skin, your inner self needs consistent love to mend the gaps where doubt and self-criticism once resided. In embracing mirror work, you step into a powerful allyship with your own heart. Over time, you'll sense a growing confidence that doesn't rely on external validation. You'll learn to stand tall in your own truth, no longer swayed by the fleeting opinions of others. Ultimately, mirror work nurtures a sacred bond, the one you share with yourself, in all your beautiful, perfectly imperfect humanity. When you hold on to grudges or harbor guilt, it's like keeping a heavy lock on your heart. Forgiveness, then, is the key that sets your spirit free, allowing love, joy, and compassion to flow more naturally through your life. Many people misunderstand forgiveness, believing it excuses harmful actions or minimizes painful events. In reality, forgiveness is an act of liberation for yourself. It's a way to acknowledge the hurt, learn from it, and release its power over you. This release is a vital step in deepening self-love. Start with self-forgiveness. Acknowledge the places where you feel you've fallen short. Missed opportunities, mistakes in judgment, or words you wish you could retract. Imagine all those regrets as pebbles in a bag you've carried on your back for far too long. By forgiving yourself, you begin to let go of each pebble, lightening the load on your soul. This doesn't mean you ignore accountability. Rather, you accept responsibility with compassion, recognizing you did your best with the awareness you had at the time. Next is forgiving others. Sometimes the wounds are deep, woven into your past so intricately that releasing them feels nearly impossible. But carrying resentment and rage can strangle your capacity for joy. One approach is to visualize the person you struggle to forgive. In your mind's eye, imagine a stream of healing light flowing from your heart to theirs. Gently say, "I release us both from this pain. I free you and I free myself." You may not immediately feel a monumental shift. True forgiveness can take time and repeated effort. Yet each intention you set breaks down a layer of the barrier that keeps your heart trapped in bitterness. Another practice involves writing letters. If you find it hard to let go of a specific hurt, write a letter to the person who caused it, or even to yourself. Pour out every feeling: anger, sadness, betrayal, confusion. Don't hold back. After you're done, either burn the letter safely or tear it up, symbolically releasing that energy from your life. Feel the relief that follows, as though you've emptied a cup of stagnant water and refilled it with clarity and calm. Remember that forgiveness is not necessarily about reconciling or forgetting. You may choose to maintain distance or boundaries to keep yourself emotionally safe. Rather, forgiveness is a step toward emotional freedom, allowing you to move forward without the chains of resentment. It shifts your focus from the negativity of past events to the growth that can arise from acceptance and understanding. Finally, don't underestimate the power of a simple affirmation. I choose to forgive and set myself free. Repeat this to yourself whenever past hurts surface. Notice how each repetition loosens the knot in your chest. Over time, you'll discover that true healing is not about erasing the past, but transforming the way it lives within you. Through forgiveness, you reclaim your freedom to love, yourself first and foremost, and by extension, the entire tapestry of life around you. Gratitude has a magic all its own. Like a warm beam of sunlight, it can brighten even the darkest corners of your inner landscape. To live with a grateful heart doesn't mean ignoring life's challenges. Rather, it's about acknowledging the blessings that exist alongside those challenges, no matter how small. This shift in perspective isn't mere optimism. It's an energetic recalibration that aligns you with the abundant flow of life. When you practice gratitude daily, you become more aware of the simple gifts that color your world. The comforting taste of morning tea, the soft chirping of birds at dawn, the smile of a loved one, or a moment of silence when your soul can breathe. These small blessings often go unnoticed if you're constantly focused on what's missing or what's going wrong. By consciously recognizing them, you activate a powerful law of the universe. What you focus on expands. In other words, the more you practice gratitude, the more you find reasons to be grateful. One practical way to cultivate gratitude is to keep a daily journal. Set aside a few minutes each evening to jot down 3 to 5 things you appreciated that day. Maybe it's the courage you found to speak up at a meeting, or the unexpected kindness a stranger showed you in traffic. Writing these moments down cements their significance in your mind, training you to see the tapestry of gifts life offers. Over time, you'll look back at your journal and realize just how far you've come in shifting your perspective toward abundance. Beyond personal contentment, gratitude also has a ripple effect on your relationships. Sharing a heartfelt thank you or a kind note of appreciation can deepen your connections. When people feel valued, they're more inclined to reciprocate that warmth. This mutual exchange of positive energy elevates not just your emotional well-being, but the emotional climate of your home, workplace, or community. If you're already familiar with the concept of manifestation, gratitude can act as the key to unlocking your desires. Before your dreams have fully materialized, expressing genuine thanks as though they're already in your life tells your subconscious mind, indeed the entire universe, that you trust the process. You're signaling that you believe in the abundance that's on its way to you. This belief propels you to take inspired actions and to recognize opportunities you might have otherwise overlooked. Should doubts arise, how can I be grateful when I'm facing such hardships? Know that gratitude doesn't dismiss your struggle. Rather, it provides a more balanced lens to view life through. Even in the midst of difficulty, gratitude finds pockets of hope. It offers solace and reminds you of your resilience. As you integrate gratitude into your everyday experiences, you might notice a gentle softening in how you approach obstacles. Instead of feeling stuck, you become more solution-oriented, guided by the belief that every challenge carries a hidden treasure of growth. In essence, when you nurture gratitude, you align yourself with a frequency that naturally attracts greater abundance. Life responds in kind, offering you more of what you appreciate. And as this cycle continues, you'll discover that living with a grateful heart is not just an act of personal virtue. It's a profound statement of trust in the limitless generosity of the universe. How often have you set your dreams aside because you felt unworthy or believed that your desires were too grand? Embracing your true desires is a step toward honoring the unique blueprint of your soul. It's an invitation to step away from the confines of what others expect of you and to ignite the spark of passion that's been flickering within. When you allow yourself to dream boldly and love yourself enough to believe you deserve those dreams, the universe responds in surprising and wonderful ways. Think of your desires as a compass, guiding you toward experiences and environments that resonate with your authentic self. This compass becomes more accurate when fueled by self-love. Why? Because genuine self-love dismantles the limiting beliefs that keep you from entertaining your heart's truest longings. It dissolves the whisper that says, "Who do you think you are to want this?" and replaces it with a gentle affirmation, "Yes, you are worthy." One powerful exercise is to create a desire board, similar to a vision board, but with deeper emotional resonance. Gather images, words, and symbols that represent the life you truly want. Allow your heart to lead rather than your logical mind. It doesn't matter if your desires seem beyond your current circumstances. The act of giving them visual form sends a clear message to your subconscious. This matters to me. Display your desire board somewhere you'll see it every day, allowing yourself to feel the emotional warmth each image evokes. Some people worry that focusing on desires might make them appear selfish. But true desire, rooted in love, is far from selfish. When you align with what genuinely lights you up, you become more radiant. This radiance not only benefits you, but also touches those around you. You inspire others to listen to their own hearts and to recognize that life is an abundant playground of possibility. In this way, honoring your desires can actually be a service to the collective, as it encourages others to step out of fear and into hope. When you combine self-love with clarity of intention, you tap into a powerful aspect of the law of attraction. You're not just wishing aimlessly, you're focusing on what aligns with your deepest joy, trusting that life wants to support you. Action is still necessary. Opportunities are more likely to reveal themselves when you're willing to take bold steps. Maybe it's enrolling in a course, reaching out to a mentor, or rearranging your schedule to prioritize your creative passions. Whatever it is, do it with the conviction that your desires are valid. Affirm your worthiness in a statement like, "I open my heart to my deepest desires, trusting I am worthy of everyone." Speak this affirmation often, especially when doubt creeps in. Over time, you'll notice a shift in your perspective from mere daydreaming to conscious creation. You'll find that life seems to conspire in your favor, leading you to the next right person, the next right circumstance, and the next right moment that propels you forward. Embracing your true desires is an act of self-respect. It tells the universe that you are ready to receive, and it reminds you that your dreams are not random or trivial. They are invitations to unfold a life that mirrors your inner truth. And when you walk that path confidently, you embody the powerful truth. You are enough, and all you seek can be drawn into your life through the gentle power of love and intention. We often think of the mind and body as separate entities, but they communicate with each other in a language of sensation, emotion, and energy. When your mind is filled with persistent worries, self-doubt, or negativity, Those feelings can manifest in your body as tension, fatigue, or even chronic health issues. Likewise, when you nurture healthier, kinder thoughts, you might notice that your physical body responds with increased vitality and relaxation. Understanding this intimate relationship is crucial for anyone on a journey of self-love and holistic healing. One way to start honoring this connection is by becoming more attuned to your physical sensations. Consider a daily check-in practice. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and scan your body from head to toe. Notice any areas of tightness or discomfort. Ask yourself, what thought or emotion might be residing here? Perhaps your stiff shoulders hold on to unresolved stress, or your churning stomach signals unspoken fears. By identifying these patterns, you create an opportunity to address them from a place of compassion rather than judgment. Energetic clearing exercises can also help you let go of old emotional residues. Simple breath work, such as inhaling for a count of 4 and exhaling for a count of 6, can soothe the nervous system and gently release tension. Visualization can further enhance this. Imagine a gentle wave of healing light washing through your body, dissolving any stagnant energy. Alternatively, try gentle movement like yoga or dancing to shift emotional blocks. When you move with the intention of freeing yourself from negativity, every posture or step becomes a healing ritual. It's also important to examine the words you speak to and about yourself. How many times have you said something like, "I'm sick and tired of this," or "I feel so broken"? These phrases might seem harmless, but they can reinforce a cycle of fatigue and disconnection between mind and body. Gradually replace them with affirmations that encourage wellness, such as, "My body and mind are restoring themselves every day," or "I choose to nourish every cell with positive energy." This shift in language subtly reprograms your subconscious to seek harmony rather than tension. When negative patterns have been ingrained for a long time, it's normal to experience skepticism or impatience. Healing rarely happens overnight, and that's perfectly fine. True transformation often involves layers of release. Like peeling an onion, you encounter deeper levels of vulnerability before you reach the core. If old emotions resurface, view it as a sign that you're ready to heal them at a deeper level. Meet whatever arises with gentle acceptance. This is here, and I see it. I am willing to learn from it and let it go. By addressing the mind-body connection directly, you empower yourself to heal from the inside out. No longer at war with your own thoughts or physical sensations, you begin to cultivate a relationship of trust and mutual support. Your body isn't just a vessel you move around in. It's a wise ally that signals your emotional truths and responds beautifully to genuine self-love. When you harmonize your mental and physical worlds, you'll discover a newfound sense of balance, vitality, and openness to receive life's many gifts. In our fast-paced lives, we often forget that a wellspring of wisdom resides right within us. Whether you call it intuition, inner guidance, or the whisper of the universe, this inner voice always seeks to lead you toward your highest good. The challenge lies in quieting the mind enough to hear its gentle nudges. Cultivating self-love naturally enhances your ability to receive these messages, because as you soften critical self-talk, you make space for the serene voice of intuition. One simple approach to tapping into this inner wisdom is to set aside quiet time every day. This doesn't have to be lengthy or complicated. Find a calm space, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Let your thoughts come and go without clinging to them. If a worry arises, acknowledge it with compassion and release it like a leaf drifting down a stream. Over time, you'll begin to sense a stillness beneath the mental chatter, a place where clarity dwells. In this space, you can ask a question like, "What step should I take next?" Or, "How can I bring more love into this situation?" Then patiently wait for insights to appear, either as words, images, or gentle impressions in your mind. Pay close attention to signs and synchronicities in your daily life as well. It could be a repeated number sequence on the clock, a meaningful song that plays at just the right moment, or a random encounter with someone who offers guidance. When you're open to receiving, the universe often orchestrates coincidences that provide encouragement or validation. Keep a small notebook handy to jot down these synchronicities. Reviewing them later can reinforce your trust in the benevolent forces that surround you. Another powerful technique is to use affirmations that invite clarity and guidance. For instance, you might say, "I am open and receptive to the loving guidance within me," or "I trust the universe to illuminate my path." These affirmations help shift your mindset from doubt to anticipation, signaling that you expect and welcome wisdom. This expectation acts like a magnet, drawing supportive circumstances and people into your sphere. Of course, doubts can still arise. Is this really intuition or just my imagination? Over time, you'll learn to distinguish the calm, steady tone of true inner knowing from the erratic, fear-based chatter of the ego. Authentic intuition often feels peaceful and aligns with values of love, growth, and compassion. If a hunch leads you to act out of fear, anger, or desperation, it's likely not coming from your deepest wisdom. Practice helps refine this discernment, so be patient with yourself. Inviting universal guidance into your life is like turning on a lamp in a dimly lit room. Suddenly, you see possibilities and paths you never noticed before. Each time you trust this guidance, you strengthen the connection. Just as a friendship deepens with time and consistent communication, your relationship with your intuitive self flourishes when you nurture it regularly. Eventually, you'll realize that you're never truly alone. Your inner wisdom, supported by a loving universe, is always at your side, ready to guide you toward fulfillment and peace. You have journeyed through a series of insights and practices designed to elevate your relationship with yourself, and in turn, your experience of life. From the foundational power of self-acceptance to the daily ritual of affirmations, from the intimate reflection of mirror work to the liberating release of forgiveness, each practice offers a pathway to deeper love and understanding. Alongside these, the magic of gratitude, the courage to embrace your true desires, the mind-body awareness to release old patterns, and the openness to invite universal guidance all weave together into a holistic tapestry of growth and healing. Think of this tapestry as a living creation, one that you can continually add to, revise, and enrich as you move through different seasons of your life. You're not expected to master every technique overnight. Real transformation is a gradual unfolding, where each step builds upon the last, gently guiding you toward your highest self. Remember that it's perfectly natural to revisit certain lessons multiple times. Each new round of learning often reveals hidden layers of insight. That's the beauty of growth. It's never truly complete, and it doesn't need to be. At this moment, take a gentle breath and notice any shifts you feel. Perhaps there's a bit more lightness in your heart or a growing sense of hope. These subtle changes are evidence of your willingness to nurture yourself. Even if you've only spent a short while exploring these concepts, your intention alone holds transformative power. As you continue to integrate these practices into your daily routine, you may find your life unfolding with more grace. Relationships may deepen, stress may lessen, and opportunities that align with your truest desires might start appearing at just the right time. As we close, let's anchor everything with a final affirmation. I honor myself and trust that the universe stands ready to open every door for my highest good. Whisper these words or speak them firmly. It doesn't matter, as long as you feel their sincerity reverberate within. Let this affirmation remind you that self-love is not a luxury or a vague concept. It's the very foundation of a life well lived. Every moment you spend cultivating kindness towards yourself radiates outward, positively touching everyone you interact with. And so the invitation remains: continue to practice, reflect, and welcome the gentle changes that arise. There will be days when self-doubt creeps in and old worries resurface. In those moments, return to your breath. Return to the mirror. Return to your journal, your quiet time, your guiding affirmations. Keep choosing love over fear, compassion over criticism, and curiosity over judgment. Step by step, you will witness how a loving approach to yourself unlocks doors you once believed were sealed. Carry this warmth with you as you go back into the world. Know that every act of self-love amplifies your inner light, attracting the blessings and experiences meant for you. Trust that you are supported in ways you can see and in ways you can't yet imagine. And each time you remember this truth, you honor the essence of your life's journey, one guided by love, uplifted by gratitude, and illuminated by the limitless potential that awakens when you decide to love yourself enough for the universe to say yes to your heart's call.